Hi students, welcome back to our another session of our seventh and ninth chapter of ninth physics. In that we are going to discuss about atoms, molecules and compounds in detail today. What is the difference between this, and we are going to discuss about what is the element and all. Very simple and very easy and very important discussion today. So everyone should have their attention towards this each and every word and each and every statement which is going to be discussed in this session. Okay, that means you can have in these two previous sessions, if you would have understood, is good, pretty good. If you didn't understand, at least try to focus from part 3 onwards, at least focus from part 3 onwards to understand the base of the chemistry. The base of chemistry part is going to be discussed here from now onwards. Okay, very important discussion from now onwards, so that it will be helpful for you to understand the flavor of the chemistry. Okay, I'll try to give the maximum from my side and pay your maximum attention towards understanding this concept. Okay, now already at the beginning of the lesson we have discussed about what is an atom is. Okay, suppose I'll just recap for that. Suppose if I have this as a substance of iron or any carbon or any gold, silver, aluminium, magnesium, if I concern this chalk piece of any substance, suppose I am taking as the copper in our example. For example, I am taking this chalk piece as the copper, for example, because I don't have the copper right now. I am taking this chalk piece as the copper. Now what I am going to do, I am going to divide this copper. How I am going to divide, that is, it's not concerned with hand. Now if it is as a chalk piece, I am going to divide with hand, but it is copper, it's not possible to divide by the hand. If I use some technique, by using some technique, if I am going to divide that, and if I am going to further divide, again I am going to divide, again I am going to divide, I will reach to a place, to some place. I will reach to some place, to certain small place where I am not able to divide this particle furthermore as small particles. This is the small part, dividing, where I reach to some small tiny particle, that is small tiny particle or very small tiny particle. This small tiny particle where I am not able to divide this further. That means I am not able to divide this into again some pieces. This stage where I am not able to further divide this particle into the similar particles. Okay, that stage of any substance, is considered as atom of that respective substance. Okay, I hope you understood. That is the small tiny particle of a substance which cannot be further divided. That small stage of a substance can be considered as atom of that respective substance. Okay, in our example, if I have taken that copper and I am dividing, I am reaching to a small place where that is a small particle where I am not able to further divide. That means that is the atom of the copper. Okay, have you understood? Okay, atom is the basic fundamental particle. Atom is the basic fundamental particle of any substance. That is, and that type of small atoms are going to join together or be combined to form a respective substance. Okay, atoms of that respective substances are going to be joined to form atom of, in our example, atom of carbon, atom of copper. All the atoms of copper are going to join together to form the copper substance. Okay, fine. Now actually the concept of atoms and there are some subatomic particles. That what we are going to discuss after 2 or 3 sessions after. The concept of atom and the concept of subatomic particles. Okay, this is already discovered by our Indian Jains, that is Indian Sikhs, Indian rishis. Indian rishis, that Sikhs has been discovered. From among that is about 2000 years ago. That page number 105, there is a Duino segment. In the Duino segment, just I am going to read out some part so that you can understand this. Okay, about 2600 years ago, an Indian Sikh, that is Rishi, called Kannada, also postulated atoms in his Vaisheshika Sutra. Okay, in Vaisheshika Sutra he wrote some book. In that Vaisheshika Sutra he was talking about this atom and the postulates of the atom. The actual name of Kannada, that Rishi, actual name of the Kannada Rishi was Kasyapa. His name was actually Kasyapa, but after his name was renamed. He was renamed after Kanasiddhanta. Okay, one he proposed that Kasyapa, that is Kannada, has proposed one Kanasiddhanta. Kanasiddhanta, he was one Siddhant, Siddhant that has been proposed by this Kasyapa. So due to the proposal of the Kanasiddhanta, he was renamed as Kannada. Okay, he proposed that all forms of matter are composed of very small particles known as Anu. Okay, and each Anu may be made up of still smaller particles called Paramanu. Okay, he said that just now whatever that is the copper substance. If I take the copper substance, the total copper substance is made up of small particles which are called as Anu. Okay, this all Anu, all these Anus are joined together to form that respective substance. That is in another format, that is what we call as atom. That means about the discussion of atom is being done 2600 years ago by an Indian Sikh, Indian Rishi, in his Kana Siddhanta, in his Kana Vaisheshika Sutra, that his book, and in that he wrote one Kana Siddhanta. In that only he proposed 2600 years ago about the atom. That is, but the name of that atom is given as Anu. Okay, and the subatomic particles, what we call as subatoms. Okay, that subatomic particles he named as, even still smaller if they have inside if they consist inside, that particles are called as Paramanu. Okay, the word atom. The word atom is actually derived from a Greek word. The atom is derived from the name or the word atom is actually derived from Greek word atomio. Okay, atomio means indivisible. Atomio means indivisible. This is a Greek word. Okay, atomio is a Greek word which gives a meaning as indivisible, and that is atom is indivisible. That subatomic particle, that is about subatomic particles we will have a next discussion. But that atom which is not further divided, that stage of a particle is called as atom. Okay, I hope you understood that. Okay, very often you might have heard about atom and the building blocks of the matter. Already we have learned that atoms are the building blocks. Atoms are the fundamental particles. The base fundamental particles are the base, the initial substance, or the initial particles, or the first particles of any substance that atoms are going to join to have the respective. Sorry for the disturbance. Now we'll see what are the molecules are. Now we'll see what are the molecules. Right? Have you understood what are the atoms? Okay. That means atom is a indivisible particle or the basic fundamental particles of any substance. Any substance you take, if you divide it and reach into a small place where that is considered of the atom of the respective substance, and that atoms, all atoms are joined together to form that respective matter or respective substance. Okay. And it is derived from Greek word, and where it is the meaning of indivisible. Indivisible. Okay. Indivisible is that is not able to divide further. That is indivisible. That is going to come as called as atom. About this atom, already 2600 years ago, our Indian sage, that is Rishi, has been discussing about the properties of this atom as he named as Anu and the Paramanu in his Kana Siddhanta in Vaisheshika Sutra, the book which is written by him. Okay, that Kannada Rishi name, and before that his name was Kashyapa. That is what a small history of the prediction of or history about some information which is being described by the scientists. Now let's see what is a molecule is. Okay, very important discussion. Try to understand this. If you are not able to follow, just recap this. Once again you see this one more time so that you will get some knowledge about this. Now next, whenever we are talking about molecules, the atoms of, before that, otherwise we will discuss about, before that we were discussing about molecules. Now we will discuss what is an element here. Suppose if a substance contains similar type of atoms, if a substance contains a similar type of atoms in its composition, same atoms, if any substance is combined or formed with the similar type of atoms, those type of substances are called elements. Those type of substances are called elements, and these elements are the base of the chemistry. Okay, these elements are base of the chemistry, and we have in chemistry 118 elements. Total 118 elements. What does it mean? That element is the base substance. Atom is the base particle of a substance. Atom is the base fundamental particle of a substance, and element is the base fundamental substance of the chemistry. Okay, try to understand the difference. Atom is the base fundamental particle, the initial particle, the base fundamental particle of a substance, whereas element is the base fundamental substance. Element is the base fundamental substance of the chemistry. Whatever the chemical reactions, whatever the chemical properties, whatever we are going to discuss further from now onwards is based on the terminology or based on the substance called elements. This is the base building, the element and elements. This is the base building block of the chemistry part. Okay. What does it mean? For example, what does this mean to have some imaginary relationship between this element and the chemistry part? For example, if I take, if we compare with the chemistry with our English, we have alphabets A, B, C, D up to Z. We have 26 alphabets. These 26 alphabets are the base fundamental what we can call fundamental substances which is going to lead this entire the language English. Okay, that means if you don't know ABCD, if you don't have the ABCD up to Z, we don't have words, we don't have sentences, we don't have paragraphs. That is, we don't have the sense of the English. We don't have the main intention of the English is absence completely. If you don't have the building block of the English is that alphabets, 26 alphabets. Right? In the same way, this element is the same way, element is the base fundamental substance of chemistry. But element is the base fundamental substance of the chemistry. By having some certain properties, by combining these elements, by using some techniques or by following some properties, we are going to get some compounds, and these compounds get reacted with other compounds to form a new substance. All chemical reactions around us and all the branches of chemistry and all the discussion which we are going to discuss is nothing but the sense of chemistry is going to start with these elements itself. Okay, in English we have 26 alphabets. Here we have 118 elements. The concept of chemistry to develop or to expand or enhance. Okay, we need the help of, or we need this. Not we need these elements. Okay, that means without elements, the concept of elements, total chemistry part is absent. As without ABCD, total English part is absent. If you don't know ABCD, the English is absent, right? The same thing happens here. If elements wouldn't have been there, there is no concept of compounds, there is no concept of molecules, there is no concept of chemical reactions and formation of new substances, and there wouldn't have been any combination of chemical reaction between those compounds to form few more substances, and all the branches of chemistry would have been absent. Okay, that is, elements are the base fundamental building blocks of the chemistry part, and we have 118 elements. How these elements will form? How these elements are going to be is going to be formed? Where does we notice these elements? Obviously, that is from nature. Okay, nature is the main source. Nature is the main source of finding the elements. The name which is going to give for that elements is going to vary depending on some criteria. But where do we find these elements? In the nature itself. Suppose carbon is a substance. Carbon is an element. Okay, where do I find? I will find in the nature. Oxygen is an element. Where do I find? In the nature. Carbon already we have. Nitrogen we will find in the nature. Hydrogen we will find in the nature. Lithium, helium, these are argon, neon, krypton, gold, these are all zinc, these are all our elements which we are going to obtain or abstract from the elements, from the nature. Sorry. Okay, from the nature. And these are the main building blocks of the chemistry. Now, after understanding element, if any element, suppose if any element is if the atoms of an element are joined to have the same type of substance, okay, that type of substances we are going to call molecule. Okay, that means the atoms of an element of same type are joined or combined with some chemical bonding, they are going to form as, they are going to be as a molecule. What does it mean? For example, I am going to take an example. Oxygen is an element. Oxygen is an element. What I do? Atom of oxygen plus atom of oxygen. Atom of oxygen plus atom of oxygen are, due to some bonding, they are going to be existed in the form of O2. Atom of oxygen, one atom of oxygen, one more atom of oxygen. The two atoms of oxygen are going to be bonded chemically. How they are going to bond, that all we have a very good explanation in 10th class. Okay, but here we think that it would be bonded, if they will be bonded with some chemical bonding between these two, due to some bonding. One atom and another atom of same type, similar type of atoms, if the similar type of atoms of an element are going to be bonded to form, they will be going to form a molecule. Okay, this is a molecule of oxygen. This is an individual atom of oxygen. This is an individual atom of oxygen where O2 formed. This is O2 where it is a diatomic state. it is in the molecule. Why I am going to call this as molecule? Because the same type of atoms of an element, the same type of atoms of an element are joined or combined to form a molecule. Okay? Fine. Suppose if I take nitrogen, I will, the atom, actually the atom will be in this spherical shape, that all we will learn further. For example, don't think if I write N, form of N, atom will be in the form, in the shape of N. It is a name that is going to, it is a symbol of the respective element name that I am going to represent it here. Just to represent that atom, actually atom is in the shape of a sphere, the ball shape it will be. Okay, but to represent that atom, to get the difference, and using the letter nitrogen is bonding with one more nitrogen, gives to N2. Okay, what happens? The atom of nitrogen, actually it will be in the spherical shape. To represent it is nitrogen, just I am using the letter N. The atom of nitrogen and one more atom of nitrogen chemically bonded to exist this nitrogen element, in the form of a molecule. That means in nature nitrogen is available or oxygen is available in diatomic state, O2 form, O2. In molecular form only they will be available. Okay, to get the individual atoms we will use some chemical techniques or chemical separation techniques, decomposition techniques, such that we can get, if we need, due to the reaction between with other element or with other atoms, that may be separated from this molecule, maybe by using some technique, but in nature they will be available in diatomic state. That is, in simple, if two atoms of the similar type of elements are joined or combined with some chemical bond, those are going to be referred as molecules. Okay, just to have a small extra refinement of that, you can have this small segment. See, these atoms are very small and you cannot see. Do you know segment down we have our elements also made up of atoms. Let's see what our discussion is. We know that substances are made up of atoms or molecules. Atoms are most fundamental of all parts that can have an independent existence, and they will be having an independent existence. Atoms have the base fundamental particle and have its individual existence. And when particles of the substances contain only one type of, if they have only one type of, or if the element contains of only one type of atoms they consist, okay, substance, that substance is called an element. Okay, suppose elements I took all elements. Carbon is one element, for example. Carbon, the substance contains all atoms of atom of carbon. This substance carbon is consisting of all carbon atoms only. Rather than carbon, no other atom will be there in the carbon substance. So this type of substance we can call as elements. Okay? If any substance have only one type of atoms in its composition, though that type of substances can be considered as elements. Only one type of atoms will be there in its formation. Okay, that type of elements, that type of substances are considered as elements, and these are the building blocks of chemistry. Okay, these are the building blocks of chemistry. That's what. Okay. Atoms are almost that what sometimes two or more atoms combine to form a big particle. Sometimes two or more particles are combined to form a big particle. When atoms combine, they form molecules. That's what we have discussed. Okay. See, when two or more, when two here in this case or more also can be possible for other substances. When two or more atoms are combined, that we are going to call as molecule. Okay, actually it may be of same type or it may be of different type. If it is of a same type, we are going to refer as molecule. If it is of different type of atoms are also joined, it is also a molecule, but a special name we will give. Okay, for example, suppose, for example, carbon dioxide, CO2. Carbon dioxide. It's the formation of carbon plus oxygen. Two atoms of oxygen and one atom of carbon are going to be chemically bonded to give carbon dioxide. This is a molecule. This is also a molecule where two or more, that is three atoms are joined to form a substance. But in order to give a special reference to that, this is being taken as a compound. That is, two or more atoms of two or more different elements are joined or chemically bonded. That one substance we are going to get, this substance is referred as compound. Actually, it is a molecule, but a special name to make the change between the similar type of atoms bonding and the dissimilar type of atoms bonding, we are going to refer this with a special name as compound. This is also a molecule, this is also a molecule because two or more atoms are joined. But as it is with the combination of different elements, combination of different atoms, it should be referred by the compound, a name or special category as compound. Okay. In each, that is the element that what we have discussed. The element is a substance. Okay, element is a substance which have the composition or which has the particles of similar type of atoms. For example, carbon is an element. Oxygen is an element. Where carbon dioxide, it's not an element. It's a molecule. Its special name is compound. Because this carbon dioxide is a substance containing dissimilar atoms. Okay, this is a compound. Okay, where oxygen as an individual atomic substance, that is an element actually, but it is existing in the nature in the form of a diatomic molecule, diatomic state. Two atoms of oxygen is going to be bonded and it is available in the form of a molecule in nature, but it is an element. An element, the atoms of the two of respective type of joint, that is going to give as the molecule. Okay, small difference, don't get confused. Okay, of same type or of different type also molecule will be. If it is different type, a special name is given as compound. Simple. Okay. See, in the element, the smallest particle may be atom or molecule. Okay, that's what. In elements, the smallest particle may be an atom. In the case of carbon, all individual atoms will be. That atoms will be. The smallest particle is an atom. Or in an element, the smallest particle may be an element, may be a molecule here. In the case of oxygen, that is, in the element, the smallest particle may be an atom for some elements. For elements, the smallest particle may be a molecule for some. Okay. For example, oxygen, nitrogen, these all have in the form of a molecule. Okay. There are many elements whose smallest particle is an atom, that is iron, copper, zinc, aluminium, silver, gold, etc. are the substances which have the smallest part as atom. Okay. So many substances are there where the smallest part of those respective substances are the smallest particles of the substances or that elements are atoms itself. In that, see, iron, the smallest particle is carbon itself. Copper, zinc, aluminium, silver, gold, these all are the examples where the respective smallest particle of those substances is the atom. Okay. Oxygen and nitrogen are the examples. Oxygen and nitrogen are the examples of the substances which the particles are combined. Particles are a combination of two identical atoms. Okay, that's what we have discussed. Carbon is an element. The smallest particle is atom. Oxygen is also an element where the smallest particle is a molecule. Two identical atoms are combined, and the smallest particle of this respective element is in the form of a molecule. Okay, that means simple. Some elements among these 118 elements, some elements smallest particle will be a single atom. For some elements, the smallest particle of those respective element may be a molecule. Okay, combination of two atoms. It may be a molecule. Fine. I hope you are able to understand this. Very important discussion this one. Okay, atom of some elements or different elements can be joined together to form molecule. See, atoms of similar elements or atoms of dissimilar elements, different elements, or also can be joined to form the molecule. Okay, this is also molecule, this is also molecule. Okay, if atoms of different elements join together, they form a new substance known as compound. Okay, see, oxygen and oxygen gives oxygen molecule. The same type of molecule is going to form, but if the dissimilar atoms are joined, see, carbon atom, oxygen atom and oxygen atom, if the dissimilar atoms are going to be joined together, we are going to get a new substance. That is, carbon dioxide is a new substance. This substance can be referred as, this new substance can be referred as compound. Actually, it is a molecule, but as it is forming a new substance by joining of two dissimilar atoms, it is referred as the name compound. Okay. So we have molecule of elements and molecule of compounds. Okay. So that means this is a molecule O2 of same type. This is a molecule of element. Molecule of element. This is a molecule of element, and this one is a molecule of substance. Sorry, molecule of compound. Oxygen atom. This is the same type of elements molecule is going to form. That is a molecule of element. Carbon, oxygen of different element, new substance is going to form. This type of substance is going to call as molecule of compound, or simple that we are calling as compound. It is a molecule of compound. Okay. So we can have molecule of a molecule can be defined as a molecule can be defined as the smallest particle of a substance that have independent existence and retain all properties of that substance. Okay, that means the molecule of the respective substance can be considered as an independent substance, where the molecule of this is going to possess the properties of that respective. Suppose oxygen, if I take oxygen in the form of a molecule, is possessing all the properties of oxygen element. Okay. A molecule may have the independent existence of that respective substance, but these individual elements or these individual molecules are going to possess all the properties. This O2 is going to possess all the properties of this oxygen element. Okay, this is all about atom, molecules, compounds and elements. Atom is a small, indivisible, a small tiny particle which is indivisible, which is not further divided, and that is a base fundamental particle of a substance is called atom. And any substance is consisting of similar type of atoms, that is an element. Any substance which is consisting of similar type of atoms, that is called as element. We have 118 elements. This is the base substance of the chemistry, like ABCD in English. That elements are the base building blocks of the chemistry. We have 118 elements. And if I say the molecule, two or more atoms, if they are chemically combined or joined, that is going to give the molecule. Okay, two or more atoms of the elements are going to join, it's going to give the molecule. The combined form of two or more substances are going to give the molecule, and molecules will possess the properties, all chemical properties of the respective element. If the atoms of different elements are going to be combined, if the atoms of different elements are going to combine, they are considered as, okay, that means similar type of atoms, if they bonded to form a molecule, that is called as molecule of element. If dissimilar atoms are bonded to form a molecule, that is called as molecule of compound. Okay, this is small understanding or a good information about atoms, molecules, compound and the elements. Consider these elements as the building blocks of the chemistry, like ABCD. If you won't understand, you map these elements of chemistry with the alphabets of English, so that you will have some sense of the flavor of the elements properly. Okay, thank you. I hope you understood this session. We will meet in the next session. Have a nice day.